Hello beloved, we send you warm greetings wherever you are across the world. Today's message is urgent, if we must say, because what was revealed to our sister and mother is something that will settle many questions many kept asking about the rapture and the dates by reason of the many experiences we continue to share. This video will give you the answer you have been seeking over the past days and weeks. Mrs. Koriyama said this, and we want you to hear it even before she begins to speak. She said, "I know some people will laugh when they hear me speak. They will say it is only the imagination of an old woman, or that I am too carried away by religion. But I no longer care for such words. I would rather speak and be mocked than stay silent and watch others perish unready." Beloved, this experience is timely. Kindly watch to the end. Kindly comment where you are watching from so we can know our family across the nations, pray for you, and continue to share this journey of faith together with love. My name is Koriyama Talu. I was born in 1947, so precisely I am 78 now. I will be celebrating my 79th birthday on the 18th of September. I crave for prayers. And I must tell you this, I have heard talk of the rapture for as long as I can remember. I was a little girl when a preacher once came from the city and said the rapture would happen before the end of that very year. But when the year passed, nothing happened. After that, I heard it again and again, from many mouths. Some said it would come in the year 2000, some pointed to signs in the sky, some gave exact dates. I grew old hearing these shouts. Each time, the day passed, and life went on the same. But I must tell you, as I sit here sending this to you, the matters of the rapture this time feels different. I am too old to be caught by every noise. Yet the things I have heard and the things I have seen now are not like before. They are stronger, heavier, more exact. People I never expected to speak on such matters are speaking. The signs are not just noise, they come with detail, with weight. And something inside me says, Koriyama, do not take this lightly. God by His mercies reveals to me more concerning the date of His return, and I pray many listen and understand and believe. I also noticed my own spirit was restless. Recently in the nights, I woke up regularly and felt an urgency I could not explain. My mind kept asking, Koriyama, are you ready? When the restlessness would not leave me, I did what my mother taught me to do in trouble many years ago. I went quiet and I sought. I am old, but I know how to fast. I have done it for illness, for harvest, for a sick child. This was the same. I put my small need before God and I would not eat until I felt some answer in my heart. I did not eat for 3 days. I drank water but kept my bread away. My grandson brought me water and sometimes a cup of tea, but I told him to leave quietly. On the 3rd night, something shifted. It was on the 4th night, after my fasting, when something opened before me. It was not a dream, because I was awake. It was not like the pictures I see when I close my eyes in sleep. It was more like someone drew a curtain aside inside me and let me look through for a short time. I saw 2 doves. They were white, plain, and gentle. At first, they sat near each other on a ledge I did not recognize. Then one took flight, and the other followed, but not at the same height. They rose, they came close, then one went higher while the other lagged below. The way they moved spoke to me, though no words were said. I understood, in my spirit, that this was about timing and separation. It was as if I was being shown that some would be taken, but not all together. As I watched, the scene grew wider. Beneath the doves, I saw a crowd. The people were too many to count, stretching out like a sea. Some looked upward with their arms raised, others bent low as if the weight of the earth held them down. Then something else came. It was like old letters on a page, but not in any book I was holding. 7 names or titles appeared before me, and I knew they were the 7 churches spoken of in Revelation. I cannot explain how I knew, but I did. Each one was shown with a sign, a candle that burned low, a hand clutching gold, a heart turning away, and others I cannot fully describe. What was being revealed to me was that these churches were still alive in our time, not as buildings but as conditions of the heart. Each church was not shown to me as a building with people singing. Instead, I saw them as conditions of the heart. For one, I saw a candle burning weakly, almost about to go out, as if the flame was tired. I understood that to mean a people who once loved God but had grown cold, their fire fading. For another, I saw a hand gripping gold so tightly that the knuckles were white. I knew this was about greed, people who loved their wealth more than they loved truth. Another appeared as a man with a fine robe, proud and tall, but when I looked closer his feet were sinking in mud. That told me of pride and false strength, how it looks high on the outside but is weak underneath. Suddenly I was shown a wide gate standing open, bright as if sunlight poured through it. People were walking toward it, but not in one line. They came in groups, some holding hands, others walking alone. I noticed something that troubled me. Many reached the gate but stopped short. They stood outside, looking uncertain, while only a smaller number stepped through. It was not that the gate was closed, it was open, clear, inviting. But their own feet refused to move. As I watched, I saw why. Some carried heavy bundles on their backs. They bent low under the weight, yet they would not set them down. Others clutched at little bags filled with coins or ornaments. Their eyes kept turning back, as if something behind them was more dear than what lay ahead. These burdens held them outside the gate. They could have entered if they let go, but they would not. I also saw a few who ran with joy, their hands free, their faces lifted. When they passed through the gate, they were taken up in a light I cannot describe. It was not like the light of a lamp or the sun, it was living. The ones left behind outside looked on with sorrow, but still they held their bundles tight. As I was watching the people vanish and others remain behind in shock, I suddenly became aware of another presence. The scene grew brighter, not with sunlight but with a kind of soft glow that felt alive. Then I saw him walking into the vision. He did not rush, he did not shout, but his presence filled everything around me. I knew it was Jesus. He turned my eyes from the sorrowful faces and showed me a large wall covered with calendars. They were not like the ones we hang in our homes. These were shining, endless, stretching far across as though time itself was written there. I saw markings on some of the dates, moments where the Father had decided to bring everything to an end. But then I noticed, beside those markings, they were crossed out or pushed forward. I understood that again and again the Father had chosen to wait, to extend time because of his love. I looked carefully for the date that many had spoken of, the 23rd or 24th of September, 2025. But I never found it. Instead, Jesus revealed to me that those days were among the times chosen for mercy, a space given so that more could repent and return. As I stood watching the calendars and the many changes, Jesus revealed to me why this was being shown. He made me see that it was not about guessing a day but about the heart of people. He reminded me of the letters to the 7 churches in Revelation. He revealed that the same warning given back then is the warning being given again today. That men must not stay lukewarm. That half-hearted faith will not save anyone. He showed me that many still play between the world and him, thinking they have more time, but time is a gift, not a guarantee. I felt strongly that this was not about fear but about love. It was the love of God that was holding back the final trumpet, giving people another chance to repent and seek him with truth in their hearts. I realized then that this vision was not given to fill my head with dates, but to stir my heart and the hearts of others to be serious about their walk with God. After this, Jesus turned my eyes to another scene. I saw heaven itself, prepared as though waiting. I saw a sense of readiness there, like a bridegroom standing at the altar waiting for his bride. The atmosphere was full of expectation. Everything seemed set in place. Yet, even as I looked, no date was given. Jesus revealed to me that heaven is ready, but the Father has kept the time hidden. What mattered was not knowing the hour but being ready every hour. When the vision faded, I was left with a deep burden in my heart. I know some people will laugh when they hear me speak. They will say it is only the imagination of an old woman, or that I am too carried away by religion. But I no longer care for such words. I would rather speak and be mocked than stay silent and watch others perish unready. The truth I carry is simple: the rapture is near, and only a few will be ready. It will not matter how long you have been in church, how many songs you have sung, or how many verses you can recite. What will matter is the state of your heart when the trumpet sounds. Is there oil in your lamp? Is your love still burning? Have you let go of pride, greed, and stubbornness? Have you turned from the sinking table to the open gate? When I think of my grandchildren, I sometimes picture them running freely in the yard, their voices bright in the air. Then I think of the day when the Lord will call his own. I whisper a prayer over them. Lord, let them be among the ones who rise, not among the ones left standing in shock. My strength is not what it used to be. My body aches more often than not. But while I have breath, I will keep telling what I saw. Because if even one soul turns back, if even one decides to leave the table and walk toward the gate, then all my trembling and tears are worth it. So, my final words are these: watch and be ready. Do not think you have endless time. Do not waste your life on things that cannot hold you when the ground gives way. Lift your eyes to the gate that is already open. The invitation is there, but it will not stay open forever. I have seen enough to know this. Only a few will be ready when the trumpet sounds. Make sure you are among them.